Hey everyone, and welcome back to Delayed Consequences. Today, we're diving into something I think literally every single one of us has dealt with. The slow, sneaky, hidden cost of skipping practice. And spoiler alert, the real damage is probably not what you think. Okay, let's be real. Who here hasn't said this to themselves? You're tired, it's been a long day, you've got a million other things to do, and you think, you know what, I'll just skip my workout, or my writing, or my guitar practice, just for today. And what happens? Nothing, right? The world doesn't end, your skill is still there. And that right there, my friends, is what we're gonna call the just once fallacy. And it is so seductive because, well, it's true. There's no immediate consequence. No lightning bolt comes down from the sky to strike you. You don't instantly forget how to play that chord or do that exercise. And because of that, it feels free. It feels like you totally got away with it. But you didn't. Not really. What's actually happening is this slow unraveling. It's not one big, catastrophic failure. It's a bunch of tiny, almost invisible changes that start to creep in. So let's break down the 7 signs of skill erosion that show up the moment you start letting things slide. First up, your warm-up time just gets longer and longer. You know that feeling of being in the zone where everything just clicks and feels easy? Well, what used to take you maybe 5 minutes to find now takes 10, then 15. Pretty soon you're spending half your practice time just trying to get back to where you were yesterday. It is so frustrating. And right on the heels of that comes number 2, entry resistance. Just the thought of starting feels heavy. The mental effort to just pick up the instrument or open the laptop suddenly feels like a monumental task. And this is when procrastination really kicks in. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain knows it's going to be a slog just to get the engine running. So what happens next? Session compression. This is when you start negotiating with yourself. Okay, I don't have time for a full hour, but I'll do 15 minutes, for sure. Which, in theory is great. But let's be honest, that 15-minute promise is usually the first step toward a 0-minute reality. The sessions just shrink and shrink until poof, they're gone. Next up, number 4. This one is really subtle. Your error rate starts to go up. You start making these clumsy, silly mistakes on stuff you thought you mastered ages ago. And the most annoying part? They feel completely random. There's no rhyme or reason. You just feel a little less sharp, a little more clumsy. Number 5 is a real motivation killer. It's the confidence delay. You sit down to practice, and that feeling of, I know what I'm doing, just takes longer and longer to show up. You have to re-earn your confidence every single time. It feels like you're constantly fighting your way back to the starting line instead of actually building on your progress. But out of all of these tiny erosions, all these little paper cuts on your skill, what is the absolute worst, most time-consuming, soul-crushing part of this whole cycle? This, the mental negotiation. Oh my gosh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's when you spend 45 minutes arguing with yourself, weighing the pros and cons, checking your phone, all to avoid a 30-minute practice session. The debate about practicing takes more time and energy than the practice itself. It's completely exhausting. Okay, so let's get serious for a second. We've talked about all these little annoyances, but they're all just symptoms. They all point to one much bigger, much more important consequence. So the crucial question is, what are you actually losing here? You're losing skill availability, and this is the core of the whole problem. The skill hasn't vanished. You can still do the thing, but you can't do it when you need to. You can't summon it reliably. You can't call on it under pressure. Your skill has basically become a fair-weather friend. Let this one sink in for a second. Same ability. Different access. Your talent is still there, locked away, but your access to it is shot. You've lost the key. See, inconsistency doesn't destroy your skill, it just hides it from you when it matters most. That is the real price you pay for skipping just once. So, I want to know, what's a skill in your life where you feel this, where you have that different access now? Maybe it's a language you used to be fluent in, an instrument you used to play all the time, or even a sport. Let me know down in the comments. I'd genuinely love to hear about it. And hey, if any of this hit home for you, please give this a like and definitely subscribe for more breakdowns just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.